maybe take a moment just to thank these cards for being in our circle tonight, the messages that the cards have to give us, maybe thanking that fifth element for bringing through things in a different way, helping us to lean into our intuition of whatever we feel the card is trying to tell us, but also taking in, the golden nuggets of whatever information I translate from the cards as well. So with that, I want to start with our past card. I pulled the King of Cups. The King of Cups is about ruling with a little bit of mastering of emotions, right? Emotional stability, feels very stoic, and also doesn't make rash decisions, like makes responsible decisions, stable decisions, grounded decisions. So, this is something that I think that we have been navigating over the past couple of years. We've been navigating ways to really get a hold of ourselves, get a hold of our emotions so that we feel more grounded, so that we feel better about, the decisions that we make moving forward. We feel like we rule our lives a little bit better as we make those decisions moving forward. Anytime we have the cups, that's always about emotion or water or even abundance a little bit as well, because our cup can runneth over. And when you have the King of Cups, that is about abundance. So it's about looking back and saying, wow, I really was abundant over the past couple of years, even though it was a challenging time for me to really find sovereignty and rule my life. I still appreciate all of the things that I had. If anything, your health, you're here, you're alive, you're well, right? You survived. But so much abundance in addition to that. So the King of Cups sometimes actually represents like a wealth or abundance, but also can represent a little bit of a challenge along the way. So we pull this as our past card to recognize what we've been through, to remind us of our abundance, and to continue to encourage us to find that emotional stability in order to feel like we are ruling our life with more peace and ease. For the present card, I have the Four of Swords. Now, typically when we have swords, it's about like cutting cords, cutting ties, letting go. This is about detachment from the battle or the fight or taking action just for now. We're in a new moon. New moons are a time of darkness, of rest, of reflection, of turning within. All of these swords are pointing down in this red square. They're rooted into the earth. It's kind of like, when the soldier is no longer at battle, they put their gun or their sword into the earth and their helmet on top, and they're just kicking back and they don't have to worry about any of that. That's kind of what's going on here. It's saying, hey, just for now, I want you to slow down and rest because you are safe. You've overcome the challenges, right? You can take rest. This can also literally mean like return to health or overcoming some sort of illness. Now, I like to think about this as not only like our physical illness, but emotional illness. So, overcoming that need to judge others or judge ourselves as the Libra energy normally does. However, this Mercury retrograde is in Libra, or it started in Libra. And so right now we're actually influenced to kind of do things in a different way from what we would normally do. So, this Four of Swords is saying, hey, just take rest. Just put your sword in the sand. You don't have to fight the battle anymore. You don't have to judge yourself. You don't have to have that battle with yourself. You don't have to have that battle with others. You can simply just be as you are. You are safe to be as you are, and you are safe to find more peace. When I think about, I'm going back to this illness of the world, illness isn't just within ourselves. This is an overcoming of the illness of the world, thinking that we are always having to be on the go, always having to be on the hustle. Also getting over this illness of the world to always be judging, always be labeling, always be defining and dividing, and bringing in all of this all of these ways to separate instead of coming together. That's an illness in the world. Getting rid of this illness to be ego driven and always try to fight and win and conquer the battle. That is an illness in the world, because the truth is we all can be here. We all can win. This is that Uttara Palguni Nakshatra, that energy of, patronage, of coming together in cohesiveness, in marriage, in partnership, in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, to not only have the patriarchy and the matriarchy, but to get rid of it all together and to simply live in unity. That is the utopia of the Libra dream. That is the Libra new moon dream. That is the energy we are in now. And that is the energy this card is encouraging us to embrace. The Four of Swords says, take rest, find peace, embrace peace, ground peace and harmony into your life, and let go of all of these old ways that no longer serve the rising up of the collective, greater, unified good. Now, finally, for our future card, we have the reversed Chariot. Well, guess what? Mercury is still in retrograde, and typically when we have the Chariot upright, it's about going on a journey. But anytime we have it in reverse, it's kind of saying, hey, the journey's maybe not what you expected. This is always the way if we travel during a Mercury retrograde. This is always the way in general with life in Mercury retrograde. As you go down the journey of life and navigate life, it can be a journey indeed during Mercury retrograde, and you might quite literally feel like everything is upside down, that you're getting pulled every which way. Also, when we pull the Chariot reversed, this is about us taking the reins and taking control. Now, anytime we have the card upright, it's more about sometimes divine intervention or divine influence. But when we have it upside down, it's about making the decision ourselves. Retrograde season is a time of reflection. It's a time for us to look back and ask what we want to carry over when we are ready to move forward. We are in the season of death and dying and transformation, and in between, a time of both dying and planting. Autumn, the time in between summer and winter. So we decide now what we carry over into the spring, what we carry over into the next year. I also want to let you know about a little secret. Now, right now, not during Libra season, but starting in Scorpio season, guess what? We're in the Taurus Scorpio eclipse series, and we are going to go back into eclipse season. And eclipse season is like retrograde fast forward. It gives us a portal where we can make the choice to continue to live the same life, have the same situations, the same problems, the same hiccups, or we can jump forward and accelerate into a new evolution. So right now, Mercury is in retrograde to help us slow down, and also slow us down on our journey. The Chariot in reverse comes in and says, hey, all of these slowing downs, these reversals, these redirections, these are for you to slow down and ask yourself, what do you want to continue to carry forward? We have a light horse, we have a dark horse. We can pack things on that shadow horse and continue to ride that journey into the same karmic loop. Or we can pack things onto the white horse and rise up toward the light and a new evolution. So we have the Taurus Scorpio or Scorpio Taurus eclipse series. That means throughout Scorpio season, we will have eclipses. And then in Taurus season, in that April-May time of 2023, we will be wrapping up that cycle. So what do you want to carry over into the spring, into next year? It's time to make the decision right now.